Hello and welcome back to another Magic the Gathering draft video. It's Al here with you. This is how to draft MTG. We're jumping into a Baldur's Gate Premier draft if anyone still cares about Baldur's Gate. This is my first actual opportunity to record a draft video for the set. So here we go. We're going to dive on into it and see what we can do here. It's been a little bit since I've actually played the format. It's been a busy summer thus far, as we'll see how well my format analysis holds up from the previous video. If you haven't checked that out, there's a primer I made on the entire set, and then there's a update video explaining in a little more detail how to approach drafting the set. As always, please do click like and subscribe if you enjoy what we're doing here. Leave a comment down below. It helps the channel a huge amount. Basically, we're trying to be white. If we can't be white, we're trying to be red-black. If we can't be red-black, we're trying to be green something. Looks like we've opened one of the best rares in the set, so that's pretty sweet. Lae'zel, Gith Yankee Warrior. Yankee Warrior, I'm sure I'm not saying that right. 3 and a white for a 2/4 double strike. When this creature becomes target spell ability or opponent's control, it blinks, and it can specialize and do more broken stuff. So, awesome. Love to first pick this. We're going to be very, very heavily incentivized to try to play white in some sort of fashion. In terms of cards that could come back around on the wheel, Mordian's Disciples probably won't wheel because it's a little bit overrated, in my opinion, and that's okay. We don't really need that many 4-drops. We're going to be looking for a lot of 2 mana and below type plays. Maybe we get a Hobgoblin Captain back on the wheel, or maybe we get something like a Hill Giant Herd Gorger and we go a little bit bigger in a green-based ramp shell. But we're really, really, really going to try to play Lae'zel here. All right, in terms of pick 2, not a ton going on for us here in white, but I think we'll pick up a Steadfast Unicorn. That's a solid white common, and since we have such an excellent rare, we're going to follow that up with like a slightly above average common, I guess, but not like an amazing common. If we didn't pick an amazing rare, I would still probably take the unicorn here, given that white is just so strong as a color in general. I would not take a card like Young Blue Dragon, for example, just because blue is so weak. And this pack's actually just kind of bad. So I think the pick either way is the unicorn. We're going to take it here. And we're going to keep trying to be white if we can. No white in this pack. Icewind Stalwart's not a card that we're super excited about. Another pretty weak pack, to be honest. Sword Coast Serpent is the best card here. And I'm okay speculating on it, given that there's just really nothing else going on. So we'll take that here. Could take Goot as well, but the red creature. But I haven't been super impressed with it. All right, so white looking kind of dry, unfortunately. But we could take the Stalwart here. We could also take Saravok, the Usurper. 4 mana, 3/3. Makes your stuff bigger based on how many creatures you have in your graveyard. The card's been decent. White-black is an excellent archetype. Not really interested in playing blue at all, and definitely not in 2 colors that we're not in. As in switching to blue-red when we have a really good white start here. So I think I'm going to take the Saravok and go from there. Could see an argument for taking the Icewind Stalwart, but it's just so replaceable, and as a 4-drop, it's just not a priority at all. All right, pick 5. So our neighbors are probably drafting white, and that makes sense because white is excellent. Hopefully we'll be able to see a little bit of white during pack 2, since the person, a couple of people to our left are probably not seeing any white either, since we're not seeing it, and we're cutting it as well. So we're going to take Deadly Dispute here as just a decent little velocity spell in black. Not a ton of synergy in black-white for treasure, but if we can pick up some of the Shambling Ghasts in black, card will do all right for us. Again, just another pretty much blank pack, so We haven't really seen very many powerful cards yet. And continues on that trajectory here. This pack is also really bad. So I think this pick is between Gate to Tumbledown, Hobgoblin Captain, and maybe Spike Pit Trap. But that's a pretty tough sell for me. I like the idea of playing white-red. I don't hate the idea of playing black-red if that's really where we have to end up. Maybe we get some treasures and we end up just splashing this rare. So I think I am going to take the Hobgoblin Captain over the land just because of how important 2-drops are. And our deck's colors are really going to be defined by what types of cheap spells we end up with. So having a Hobgoblin Captain will help us play red, whereas having that land, we might actually be a little bit shy on playables given how thin we are to begin with. So take the captain there. This is kind of an interesting pick. We got Kobold Warcaller. We saw another captain that might wheel for us, but there's also a Hill Giant Herd Gorger in the pack. I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Warcaller. So I'm slightly more a fan of white-red than I am of green-based decks, but the Gorger's interesting because we could wheel the Gorger from the first pack. So it's kind of like, this. It's kind of a catch-22 or whatever. It's like either we wheel the Hobgoblin Captain from the first pack and we feel good, or we wheel the Hill Giant Herd Gorger and we feel good or feel bad. All right, there is nothing great in this pack. I'm going to take Baleful Beholder, I think. It's just a fine top end for a black deck. Okay, we didn't see either of those cards come back, which makes sense. They're good cards. So, don't really know what we're doing here. And I'm not sure we want to take Ambush on the road just because so far it does not look like we're going to be base white, which means we don't want to really be running any white cards that aren't absolutely the business. So I like the bots pick here. Warriors Tiamat, solid curve topper in a red aggressive deck. Here's another Ambush on the road. We could pick this up now. Or we could take a Spike Pit Trap. And I think I like Ambushed just a little bit more. This pack is, again, horrendous. Just really, really bad packs. But, I mean, it's a core set, so what are you going to do? Take the uncommon there. Didn't really see any blue worth picking up past this Serpent, so I don't think we're going to play something as low-powered as You Come to a River. We'll take Unexpected Windfall, and we will not expect to put it in our deck, but we could. All right, there's the Pit Trap after all. All right, so that pack one was pretty bad. Yeah, white really heavily cut at the table, so I mean, we're going to have to see some pretty good stuff to try to fight for it here, I think. I think this is an easy Viconia. This is the best black uncommon. We've already got Saravok, Deadly Dispute, and Baleful Beholder, so we've got a solid suite of black creatures to potentially, make a core of a deck out of. Shambling Vampire Spawn in the pack that we could potentially get back as well. Something like You Hear Something on Watch is just not quite good enough for me. As much as I want to play white, I think we can actually do it as a splash in black-red if we end up with enough treasure. Or, I mean, if we end up just seeing some really, really good stuff here in the next, 2 to 3 picks, we can push into white and then hope that there's, enough black left over that, or whatever, that we can make a deck. But so far, not really seeing it here. Soldiers of the Watch is fine. But just knowing how cut white was, I kind of just want to take Hobgoblin Captain here or the Warcaller. And probably just move into red-black. I think that's what's going to happen here. As much as I want to force white, I just don't know if it's the move. The only problem with taking the Hobgoblin here is that if we do see 2 or 3 good white cards, then it's what's our secondary color? And we're going to feel a little bit weird about that, but The white is not flowing, so I think this is working out okay. Okay, so we got another Saravok if we want. I'm I'm cool with this card. I don't think it's super powerful, but I think it's fine. Um, actually, kind of dig Nefarious Imp. It's a little bit unassuming, but this lets you see a lot of extra cards with the Scry one. 2/1 flyer gets in for some damage. It's good with treasures. I'm tempted to take it here. We don't have any threes. We need to keep our curve on the low side. So you can let me know in the comments what you would choose here. I'm going to take the 3-drop, excuse me. And we'll go from there. Kindred Discovery. Cool EDH card, but not for us here. Lurking Roper, again, not really what we're trying to do. Didn't really see much green in pack 1 either. I think the color that we sort of saw that was open was red in pack 1 and / maybe black. So that seems to be where the table's pushing us here. We're going to take another Imp, I think. I do like Earth Cult Elemental in a deck with treasures, but we don't really have any treasures yet. So, again, we'll just keep our curve on the low side here. A bunch of junk. I think we can pick up a Provocation. We have a Deadly Dispute to pair with it. With Provocation, you want to steal your opponent's creature and then sacrifice something like a Deadly Dispute or a Sepulchre Ghoul or Skullport Merchant. So those are all sort of good options in black. And as it seems that we're going to be red-black, I think Provocation fits well here. And yeah, I mean, we're seeing reasonable black stuff come around here. So I feel pretty good about this decision to move into red-black. Nothing exciting in green here. I'm not a huge fan of Ambition's Cost. It's a bit too slow. I think we're just going to pick up a Sewer Plague, which is a pretty nice one to see. Pick 6, to be honest. And here we can grab Earth Cult Elemental. Could be correct to take Warriors of Tiamat instead. Not 100% sure. There's also an Armor of Shadows, actually. We should actually consider this. Having that 1-mana combat trick is going to be pretty important. I think this deck's going to want to attack. I think we're going to take that here. It's the old when in doubt, take the cheaper card adage, which is it's a good adage. Eldritch Pact. Target player draws X, loses X. I don't think so. Corlessa. I would like to have a Corlessa deck at some point in this format. I think I'm going to take the Provocation again. Chain Devil's not the worst, but I'm going to shoot for the stars a little bit here. Nice. Shambling Ghast comes back. That's great with our Deadly Dispute. Hopefully we'll pick up some more treasure action. Wield another Sewer Plague or a Krydle. I like Krydle when we have access to a lot of treasure, but again, we've got 1, 2 cards that make it. So I think we're going to go Sewer Plague here, as we don't have a ton of removal yet either. Let's keep it tight. I guess we do have access to a couple of these Windfalls as well if we really need to do that, and we just might. So white, hotly contested as it should be, and the format, people have figured it out. So we're scrapping it a little bit, which is cool. I like when formats develop a little bit deeper and you have to sort of actually think about the card you're picking rather than just like blindly clicking on every white card that comes through. Okay, so pack 3, we need some help here. This deck is not very good, but I think it can get there. Wheeling this Sepulchre Ghoul would be a big thing. Displacer Kitten. This card is like a bunch of money in real life, I found out. So I'm building a commander deck. Dragon's Fire, I think, is the pick for us. Craving of Yeenoghu. Haven't seen this one in play yet. Pretty cool, though. Can continually come back, do a bunch of damage. Could be something to try to wheel. Dragon's Fire is going to be our pick. Gets pumped up by Warriors of Tiamat, by the way. Keep that in mind. Have not seen a single white card better than Soldiers of the Watch since we picked our rare crazy. People are all about it. Mind Spike. Duress them or we draw a card. And we lose 2 life either way. Losing 2 life is kind of a bummer in this format because of how swingy and aggressive it is. I don't know that we really care for another Sewer Plague. I think we might actually be taking Iron Golem out of this pack, which is kind of a feel bad, but our deck needs more bodies, so that's what we're going to do. Don't need 3 Sewer Plagues. Oh, baby. That's nice. Battlecry Goblin is instantly the best card in our deck. And we're pretty happy to take it here. Kobold, really hard to say Kobold for me for some reason. The Warcaller coming back around would be just excellent. There's some good white cards in this pack, actually. Steadfast Paladin, Confronted by Robbers are both great. But it's a little bit late for that now. So we're going to take Battlecry Goblin. Yeah, just tough draft here. Another blank. Jaded Sellsword as a 4-drop is probably like slightly better than Iron Golem. Could upgrade there. We're not a Bag of Holding deck. We're not any of these other cards decks, so sure. We'll get a little jaded here. And a white-red rare. Here's Battlefield, another non-token creature against double team. That's pretty good. I mean, we don't want another 4-drop. Gray Slad is really bad. Mind Spike, again, is not that great. So, I mean, we already want to splash this 1 white card, so maybe we'll take this other one. Maybe we play a couple of Windfalls and just try to get a little bit lucky. We'll see how it rounds out. Barbarian is fine. I think we need another 2 here because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not doing too badly in the 2-drop department, but we'll take another one. It's better than everything else in this pack, so there you go. Improvised Weaponry. That's a nice pickup for us. That gives us another treasure. Little piece of interaction. It goes to the face, too. So that's pretty nice to see. Ooh, very nice. Genasi Rabble Rouser 8th pick. So glad we moved into red when we did, because I think that actually did pay some dividends for us, even though our deck is not broken or anything by any means. Get rid of this serpent. Rabble Rouser is really nice to see. So our curve is at least good. If you can have a good curve in this format, that'll take you a long way. None of these cards matter at all. I guess Lantern of Revealing might make it if we're thinking we want to splash these. Also, Prophetic Prism helps us splash. Target non-token creature against double team +2/+0. I don't know. I'm going to take the Prism. Confronted by Robbers. I mean, that's splashable. Don't know that we want to do that. Thieves' Tools, sure. Okay, so, scrapped it out a little bit. I wonder if we have enough treasure sources to avoid playing any planes here. We've got Shambling Ghast, Deadly Dispute, that's 2. Weaponry is 3. Ugh. And that's going to be it. And we might have to use one of these treasures on occasion to cast another one of our spells. So, I mean, we could play something like a Prism. I think I like Prism a little bit better than Lantern. Just because it replaces itself and gives us something to do. Again, a turn 2 play is pretty nice. So I really don't want to play any planes because we've got a lot of red and black requirements at the bottom of our curve. So if we are going to splash something, it's going to have to come off of either just like the 3 treasures or maybe we add Prophetic Prism. So I think that means that we're not playing both of these because we want minimum 3 sources to splash a card, and these aren't even really super reliable sources. So I'm going to get rid of the Raven Guard. And let's see, 16 creatures. We don't really want to cut any of those. Could cut Arm of Shadows. We could cut Iron Golem. We could cut 1 copy of Provocation. So we didn't end up with any actually good, like, sack outlets. Didn't wheel that Ghoul. So that's probably the move. And this could be our deck right here. It's a little bit sketchy to be just trying to play Lizelle off of just treasure sources. I will admit that, but I think we're gonna do it. I think the upside is there. We're probably gonna lose a game or two because we draw this and we can't cast it, but we might win a game or two because we cast this and our opponent can't do anything. So I think this is how we're gonna roll. We'll see you for round 1. Here we are for round 1. Opponent's on the play, and we're mulliganing. We cannot cast any of our spells with just 2 mountains. If we had a mountain and a swamp, we would obviously keep, because Shambling Ghast is an excellent turn 1, but it's not going to work. Oh, man. You really do want a hand with a 2-drop in this format. And my feeling is that this hand is not fast enough to get there. Like, we kill their turn 3 play, and then our turn 4 play is like a 3 toughness creature. I think this is a losing hand, so I'm going to mulligan again. And yeah, another pretty bad one here. I don't think we go to 4, but I also don't think this hand can win either. So we'll put Provocation back, obviously, and Beholder, I guess. Although Dispute's quite bad as well in this hand, but yeah. We'll just hope that we draw. I mean, we have 7 2-drop creatures in the deck, so hopefully we'll draw one of them. Unfortunately, we didn't see any in the 3 hands we looked at either in the mulligan portion there. All right. Well, off to a good start here. Our deck is giving us the business. Opponent's mono blue, apparently. So we should be able to kill this, no problem. Not the best use of Sewer Plague, but I think we probably will do that. Okay, at least we have something to do on 4 here. Opponent is blue-red. So, I mean, we could take the hit here, see if they play anything better. But my feeling is we're going to have to kill this Guild Thief either way because it's going to get out of hand at some point. It's going to become a 3/3, and then at some point they can just start paying 4 and make it unblockable. So there's not really like a point in time where we wouldn't want to remove that. Okay. So this does nothing at the current moment. We could pitch something next turn and make it a 4/4, I guess. We could pitch our Lizelle to it. These are all cool things. I think we'll just play out the Sellsword first. If they've got Dragon's Fire or something, they can take it down, and then that'll actually boost our Saravok. Opponent's got a 6/6 incoming next turn, potentially. It's going to be a problem for us. We don't have any like clean removal for it. Okay. Oh, that's not a great way to for us to remove this, we'd prefer to go to the graveyard. All right, war color. All right, well, I guess we'll just Saravok now. I guess we can. Actually, I should have considered disputing. Shouldn't I? Yeah, maybe I should have disputed there. Sacrifice the sellsword, get the treasure, hit the land drop, play Lizelle. That might have been better. But again, our opponent can use their removal here on Saravok if they want. But yeah, that might have been a mistake, actually. 3/6 double strike. Seek a non-land permanent 3 or less. Make 2 tokens or return up to 2 target creature cards with 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. That doesn't help us right now. So ideally we do the white one, but obviously that's not an option. Okay, Iron Golem. So Iron Golem has to block. So if we're going to try to tangle with the Serpent, we got to make sure that we've got enough creatures to actually kill it. I think we'll make the sellsword play now. Dragon's Fire and a Mountain. Well, we get to play Lizelle if we want. Specialize 1, eh? It's pretty nasty. I think we do it. Let's do it. We're not attacking. And I suppose we're discarding Kobold Warcaller, making a couple of 1/1s. And then actually Iron Golem plus a token potentially trades with the Serpent here. But if they've got some non-creature spells, then this is going to come in. Okay, going to preordain over there for them. And then they'll cast a 3/3 flyer. We can kill that with Dragon's Fire. We can actually potentially race the Serpent with Lizelle plus the tokens that she's going to create. Okay, opponent likes both the cards they scryed. They're coming in for 6. We're going to crack back for 6 as well. Ooh, Sewer Plague. That's nice. That is pretty nice. So again, we could make the black Lizelle, but that doesn't do anything. And the red Lizelle is still a 3/6. Yeah, they're all 3/6s. Okay. Okay. This is an instant. So they could have like a bounce spell or something. I guess we'll see. What they have here. Make a couple dudes. Oh, we get to pump too, eh? +2. This is pretty good. Jam. Here's 10. What you got? They probably chump here with Guild Thief, I would guess. And now, so this, if they try to target it, it blinks and makes 2 more dudes. This is gross. What the heck? How is this okay? All right, they're going to take 10 here. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So if we plague the Serpent, it's 3/3, which is much less harmful. Well, I think we want to do that. Yeah, I mean, the question is like, do they have more non-creature spells to make that unblockable, or are they just going to start making Guild Thief unblockable and crashing in with the dragon? Excuse me. I'm mean, there's no way to know what they have. I think it's less likely they've... Wow, they just scried 2 to the top, so those could both be non-creatures. Like, I'm tempted to just kill the dragon here because it's the creature that's for sure gonna get in for 3. Guild Thief is probably coming in 2 though, and the Serpent, there's a chance it's not. I wish we could cast both spells. Also, though, with the more blockers we remove, the more they have to think about not attacking us as well. So I think this is the move. Because if their plan is to like push through Guild Thief and play a non-creature spell so this can attack, they're dead. So they're gonna have to leave something behind now that we've killed that dragon. Whereas if we go Sewer Plague on this, they can, they're still gonna have blockers available. Okay, so here comes 6 damage. Guild Thief's gonna hang back. We've got Sewer Plague for it, so this could be the game here. Looks like they've got another spell potentially. We're at 6, so so the way we lose this game, if we kill Guild Thief, what do we got here? We've got 2 creatures in the yard. I could have just looked at this number here. We got 2 creatures in the yard, so if we kill Guild Thief, they have something for Lizelle to prevent it this turn, and then next turn they have a non-creature, which is die. So I think the move is to attack with everything. Because we got to force them to block. And we have a barbarian too. Okay, so playing and sacking the barbarian, does that change anything? That would give us 3, 6, 7, 8, which is not enough. Okay, so I think the play is we pump Lizelle, attack with everything, they block, they take 5 down to 5, we plague this. It becomes a 3/3 on their turn, and we have a barbarian. I don't know if I'm playing this too safe, but they've got something in hand. See if this is good enough. Haste and scry. This is not quite enough. They need another point of damage. They can give the serpent flying. Doesn't look like they've got it here. Okay, so they did have a non-creature. But we're going to go to 1. And looks like we will prevail despite mulliganing to 5. That's the power of Lizelle here. Okay, they're going to leave the 2-1 back to block, but we can pump something with Saravok, and I think that'll do it. Yeah. Okay. Opponent's really letting this one go all the way here. All right. Well, I was not expecting to win that game, so there you go. Glad we put Lizelle on the deck. Glad we drew her when we did. See you for the second game here. Opponent goes first. We cannot draw a 2-drop to save our lives. Another hand that I really do want to mulligan. We've got both our colors. We can do some things, but like playing a 2-1 on turn 3 on the draw is just not good enough. So I'm gonna ship it back. Boy. And again, can't put a good hand together here. I mean, we have a 1-drop. We could put a mountain back and hope to draw a swamp. Boy. Our Kobold Warcaller is pretty bad, though. I guess we'll keep this one. I'm not 100% sure that it's the right move, though. But at least we're interacting with the board, and like mulliganing is so bad as a general rule. Like, even though we did pull that game out last time, it's really, really hurts your win percentage to mulligan. Okay, lucky draw there. And I guess we'll Shambling Ghast it up. And now we're in pretty good shape. We could sack the Ghast, either kill an X1 or make a treasure. Soul Knife Spy. In for 1. We could trade Shambling Ghast for this thing. Doesn't seem very good. I think we'll just take a damage here, no problem. Make sure this Soul Knife Spy does not connect. That is our main goal here. Shambling Ghast trades with it by itself, and if they try to augment it somehow, we have Sewer Plague in response. So I think we're just going to pass. We could Deadly Dispute, sacrificing something if we need to. Opponent's going to make a treasure. Okay. And they're going to try to make Soul Knife Spy unblockable. We're going to kill it in response. 2 for 1. They don't draw their card. So it's kind of a 3 for 1. No attacks. Cool. Alright, well, that's good because we are not drawing anything. So I think we're supposed to Deadly Dispute the Ghast here. Might attack first, try and get a damage in. Although this opponent does not seem like a great opponent to bluff. But I don't think it hurts us to do it, so I'm going to get in there. They're going to block. We're going to sacrifice it. Make a treasure. And can't double spell here, but I think we'll go with... I guess we'll just go with the captain. And we can give Nefarious Imp haste. And then next turn, we'll be swinging with potentially everybody. So we'll see what they do. Bronze Walrus. Alright. One top, one bottom on the scry. No attacks. Before the end of turn, we'll haste that up. Drawing a lot of lands here, so gonna make the most we can of our cards. So if we attack with everything, Captain gets first strike, but that doesn't help us. So we'll just poke in for 2. Pass it back. This dragon can't block. Ooh, that dragon can, though. Oh my. Hello. Alright. Well, I will take a damage here, no problem. Do we want to sacrifice a treasure to scry one? That dragon's a huge problem for us. I think we do actually want to do that. Make sure we don't draw another land. Battlecry Goblin. That's a pretty good draw. That sort of turns the combat in our favor, I think. The kobold is not a goblin, right? It's a kobold, of course. So Battlecry Goblin comes down. We get 2 activations or 3 if we really wanted to. And that's just a lot of damage. So yeah, we'll keep that on top. And we don't need to give it haste because it already has haste. Yeah, 3 activations. Or no, 2 activations, but we could treasure to scry. That's okay. I don't think we want to do that, though. Right. So they're just going to eat the token with the dragon. They could trade for Battlecry Goblin as well, if they want. No, they're going to eat. They're going to take 9, though. And we get a scry. Hey, that's nice. Let's put that land on the bottom. Pass it back. Kind of want to keep this last treasure available to cast Lizelle if we should draw her, but the game is kind of coming to a close here, so we might just go ahead and sack it to try to find some action. Because our opponent's hitting us for 4 here. We're going to 10. They're going to 7. I don't think we're blocking. So I think we will scry. Iron Golem. That's actually not a bad draw. That puts a lot of damage. They have. Okay, we gotta think about this. They've got 7, 8, 9, 10 exactly, and we're gonna be attacking for 5. We're gonna be attacking for 10 as well. But our kobold is going to be tapped. So they have to block something, which means they've got 9, which means we go to 1. If they swing out, they go to 4. Does this have vigilance too? Oh yeah, so we get to block with it as well. Oh, that's OP, man. Okay, so we're putting it on top. So I'm thinking out loud here. Hopefully I think that's the whole point of these videos. So hopefully that's helpful. So, yeah, here we go. Oh, no, I did it wrong. Crap. Okay. So I'm supposed to do this while that was in my hand. That's okay, I think. Or no, we probably just lost. Crap. Bummer. Well, let's see. We can pump our Goblin Captain and swing for 6. That's still pretty good. They have to block. They go to 7. We go to 3. I mean, yeah. Obviously had a little mental lapse there. I guess they could not block, but that would not be advisable. Okay, so they're going to 5. I think that's pretty cool. It gives, or 3 rather, yeah. That gives us a bit of a window. Hold the swamp or not. I mean, if we draw a mountain next turn, then we'll actually be able to pump 1 extra time, so it's probably good to play the land here. Okay, they draw land. They can put us 3. But they would die if they did that. We would Alpha Strike back. So they can only attack with 1 creature here. And they recognize that. Okay, so we go to 7. Man, I wish we'd played that. Wish I'd not made that mistake, but learn from me. Play slow. Okay. Golem has to attack. That's okay, though. It's got favorable trades. So the imp... Is the imp getting in or not? Let's see. Captain's gonna be huge. It's getting blocked. Golem's getting blocked. They have to, if they want to kill the golem, they have to either trade the dragon or double block it. If they double block this and block the captain, they die. So we should attack with everything because that forces them to what? They're going to eat the imp, chump, and then we die. That's not good. Don't want to die. So we can't attack with the imp. Did I do that right? Eat, chump. We did. Yeah. Okay. So there's no reason to not just put the full amount of mana into this, even though the captain is getting chumped. And then there's no point in attacking with the war caller because they'll just eat it here, right? Yeah. Okay. Figured it out. So yeah, they're just gonna double chump here. And they'll be in a spot next turn where, I mean, if they draw removal, we just die. But if they don't, they're going to have to maybe not attack at all. Because our crackback will be pretty good. Oh, can they activate this? That's pretty good. Oh, they can. I didn't think about that. Not that there was anything we could do. But darn, that's pretty good. All right, well, let's see what they hit. I think we would have won if I had given this haste. I think we would have won that turn. Yeah, that's going to kill us. Well, I apologize for that mistake. I used to playing with these creatures that target the creature that's in play, not in hand. So just force a habit there, but should have been more careful. All right, good games. We'll see you for the next one. We're back. We have a hand we can keep. Wow, that's so nice. I've not been on the play yet. That's okay, though. That'll happen one time, too. Warcaller into Hasty Captain, if they don't have a play here, would be pretty cool. Looks like they are going to have a play, though. Okay, so we are going to get in for some damage if I can do this properly. Let's see. Submit. Haste. Hit for 3. Thank you very much. All right. Captain down. But that's okay. We got more hasty guys where that came from. And we've got Sewer Plague for their 3-2, if that's what they're going to do here. Familiar. We got Armor of Shadows for that. Let's try that. I don't think they're going to block, but okay, they are. Cool. I think this is worth it. 1 mana for their 3. Keep the pressure on. Alright. They got us. We get a Scry, though. It's a good one. Don't even need to give it haste with the Warcaller. Look at that. Get to attack for damage instead. Boom. Okay. Feeling pretty good here. Young Dragon cannot block, so they're going to have to find something else. They're dead if they don't have a blocker at all. If they play a blocker, we'll have to decide if we want to plague it. Oh, God, that's a really good blocker, isn't it? Dragon's Fire for 4. Ward 3. Well, we have exactly enough mana to plague that. Making it a 2-3. Then a 1-2 on their turn, so we don't get to attack. So that's really good. Frost Giant is quite good. I'm doing this right. 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay. All right. So it'll be an 0-1 on our next turn, so they still get to block with it. That's the problem with a card like Sewer Plague. In for 1. Okay. We're not going to block. And I guess they did spend a lot of treasure mana there, so yeah, Fire Beetle's pretty good. So if we draw land, I think we get them. Yeah, exactly. I don't need to do any of that. I just need to deal 3. And then deal 9. Okay. There you go. Proper use of Kobold Warcaller for you there. See you for the next. We're on the play. We have a 2-drop and a 3-drop. This is great. We've got our Lizelle as well. Maybe we'll get to cast her at some point. Rabble Rouser on the play is always pretty exciting. See if our opponent's got something that can tangle with it. It's typically pretty hard to block this profitably on turn 2. So you usually get the second copy of it. Doesn't always get in for damage, but if it just bounces off there, 1-3 or whatever, you still draw a card, so it's good. And then we've got Saravok. We're just curving out here. Seeing a lot of blue-red today so far. Another Prof Prism. Opponent's got to hit land 3 off of these 2 things. Yeah, there we go. All right, but they are taking some damage here. And we can steal their blocker next turn and really put the hurt. Oh, that's not a good blocker to steal. Boo. Well, it is if we can sacrifice it for our own gain, actually. Because it gives us a token, right? Anyways, I don't think we're doing any of that. We could dispute. and actually cast Lizelle this turn. So if we're going to do that, we want to do it pre-combat, because we're probably sacking the Rabble Rouser, which means we can pump the Imp. All of these things sound pretty good to me. A little scry action too, because why not? Do we want to draw Shambling Ghast, or do we want to try to find a land? Land would be pretty good. Having 6 mana would be pretty good next turn, I think. So we're gonna bottom that. Pump the Imp. And jam. Taking the full 6 there. I could see putting the 1/1 in front of the 3/3. Alright, opponent's got 5 mana. Corlessa. That's it. Alright, red. So they could have an answer to this Imp. Nothing good to Provocation yet, but maybe if they play a big dragon, we'll get to. No land for us. So, what does this let us do if we make it? I guess we'd be discarding maybe the Rabble Rouser. So, excuse me, we get a Rabble Rouser back with haste. +1/+0. It's not that great. Or we could drain them for 2 if we did the black version. Drain them for 2 might actually be the move. So, either way, we are simply getting in normally. Here, we're going to pump the Imp. It's pretty likely that Lizelle is getting chumped. If we attack with Saravok, they could triple block it and kill it. I don't love that, so I think we'll just get in with these 2. I guess we could Armor of Shadows and take out their Corlessa, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe we should have just done that. It doesn't really seem like that's worth it to me. Ooh, yeah, like I'd much rather protect the Imp. Get another damage in. Just gonna scoop it up. Okay, fair enough. See you for the next. All right, we're on the draw, and obviously can't keep this one, so send it back. I mean, this hand's not good, but I've seen worse. I think we put the mountain back. I'm actually not sure there. Doesn't really end up mattering. So, hoping to draw a 2-drop here. That's a nice one for our opponent. And I think we'll get in for 1. Probably be leaving this guy back after this turn to block something and kill the Innkeeper, but for now we'll get a damage in. They're going to be gaining a bunch of life, so... Oh boy. Okay. Hopefully they can't gain a second point of life here. In for 1. Okay, so at least we can get this Trellisara off the table. All right, that could have been really bad for us, but we're sort of hanging in there. But now we're gonna have to start dealing with like giant dudes on the other side. Down to trade here. Get a treasure in case we draw Lae'zel. Otherwise, we'll play a 4/3, which can block. Looking at 3 lands in hand, not great. Nice. No attacks, though. Hobgobbo. Well, as long as it's not a land, I can't complain. I mean, I can, but I shouldn't. Do we want to get in for 4 here? I feel like we don't. Our opponent's got a life gain engine. So, like, racing's going to be pretty hard for us. We do have a double block on the Paladin that kills the Innkeeper, though. That's kind of cool. But if they have any kind of trick, we're not going to be interested in doing that. So, like, we're not blocking if they attack. Are we blocking with the Sellsword if they attack? I guess not. So might as well swing. Okay, they're gonna trade. That I'm okay with. At least we know. Oh no, they have something. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, now they don't have that, so maybe this saves us an attack. Nope. Jeez. Yeah, we're in a really rough spot here because they've still got action and we don't. So even if this trade happens and then we get to kill the Innkeeper, they've still got 3 cards in hand and a definite creature that's coming to play. But the other problem is that we don't have attacks with the Goblin because the Innkeeper blocks it quite well. This is a 2/3. But, I mean, if we draw something like Battlecry Goblin, all of a sudden we're kind of back in business. So I think we're going to take 4 here. There's also an argument to just get the treasure going in case we draw Lae'zel, but here we are getting a treasure anyway. So I guess we kill the Keeper, swing for 3. No, we attack with both. If they eat the gas, then we get to kill both their creatures. That's what we really want to do. Or the gas holds back the Paladin. I mean, it won't actually hold back the Paladin. There's no way they're blocking with the Griff. But the gas saves us 4... Oh, no, it doesn't save us 4 points because they have the Griff to give it flying. So, yeah, we do attack with both here. And then... Such a rough spot. I think we do just kill the Keeper here. They reveal another Griffin. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I mean, I think we just got here. I mean, pretty much every card they played was a banger. I guess not really Prophetic Prism and Paladin, but going Innkeeper into Trellisara into Griff, and we drew 7 or 8 lands or whatever. Pretty rough. Baleful Beholder. Well, this has flying, so we're just dead. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes your opponent just beats you. we'll see for the next. We're back. Opponent goes first. Nice looking hand for us here. Good curve. Couple removal spells. Happy to see it. Opponent getting started on 2, as they should. So we either kill that or play Viconia. I think it's correct to play Viconia here. If they don't have a trick, then they don't get to attack us at all, and we can start to hopefully get ahead. That's fine. I mean, we're going to obviously take care of that. We could wait a turn to do that for mana efficiency's sake, because we don't really want to use Sewer Plague on it. What we could do is play Nefarious Imp this turn. They won't attack with Rasad, so we would block and trade, and that would be fine. And if they attack with Paladin, I think we block. And then next turn we get to go Dragon's Fire plus... I guess one of these two, I'm not sure which. And they could have another removal spell here as well. Which is, you know, I don't think that's really a factor. Because they would just kill our Viconia if they had that. Okay, here comes the Pally. Here comes both. Okay, so they have a combat trick. We want to make them use it because we want to kill their Rasad next turn. So I guess we... Depends on what it is. I guess if it's anything that pumps power, it's better that we block Rasad. It's probably just the indestructible off the Griffin. Alright. So that was actually a situation where we probably shouldn't have blocked. Swamp. Do we want Swamp? So we're double spelling Dragon's Fire plus, and then we would like to be able to go Sewer Plague plus on turn 5. So I guess we do want the land. Boy, if they have indestructible here, we get absolutely wrecked. It's like we could go... I mean, it's not all bad. Because we will have Sewer Plague next turn. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. So we could take their Rasad. I think that's for another turn, though, in the future. That would be nice. Next turn, we're going to hope to play Battlecry Goblin plus Pump It. Okay, they're going to kill our Viconia. They're going to come in for 2. We're going to take it. So, if we Battlecry and Pump, that's 6, 7, 8. That's a lot of damage. Or we just kill the Paladin. I don't think the Paladin's gonna matter a whole lot though if we get this going. Like next turn we've got triple activation. So we'll make sure to do those activations after the token comes down. Okay, they're coming in for 3. I guess we've got Sewer Plague as well. That can make the Paladin a 2/2, which doesn't help us, but it does. The Devoted Paladin, I should say. But if they try to block with Steadfast Paladin, we can kill it and then continue to have Battlecry Goblin, which is good. So, I think the move is we swing with everything and then just see what they do. We can pump as needed or plague as needed. So at least this sort of gives them the option to, yeah. Okay, and they're not going to block with the Paladin at all. So I do think it's correct. And they're going to take 3, 6, 7, 8. They're still at 21. But this way, they don't gain any life. We get another swing with BCG next turn. And another Goblin token. And they'll have to trade the Paladin for it anyways. Yeah. Ooh. Plague, you say. Well, I mean, now we almost don't... We don't even need to attack with the Goblin itself. Just swing with the tokens, right? So they block the Goblin. I guess they might be dead. They might be dead this turn, though. So that would be... We have 4 creatures attacking, so that'd be 4, 8, 12. Are they just dead anyways? 2, 3. They have to block... Let's say they block Hobgoblin Captain. That doesn't do it. But if we swing with everything, they are kind of just dead on board. So I think we should just do that. I'm kind of overthinking it here. I'm feeling like we could use Battlecry Goblin, the ability, and then not actually expose it to potentially dying here. But I think they're just going to die. So we're going to block it. We're going to pump twice, and they're just going to take a pile of damage off the tokens. Well, they've got an instant. Is this lethal yet? 4, 8, 10. So no, we do need to do it again. This is lethal. 5, 11, 13, 14. Okay. We'll see you for the next round. All right, we're on the play. Nice little hand here. Question between playing Rabble Rouser or Battlecry Goblin first. I think it's the Rouser. Make sure that we draw that second one. Goblin will attack for slightly more damage, but it's pretty likely that our opponent plays a 2-drop that can block it, and they do. Ooh, a Warcaller is not bad. Definitely playing that. Let's get in for 1. No blocks, of course. Okay, so probably playing Barbarian and Warcaller, and then if we haste in the Goblin, we might be able to get a token. Oh, no. Or will we? We're going to have to tap this. So that doesn't actually really work, but I still think this is pretty good. We'd have to draw another land. Myconid. Okay. Or we just haste a rouser and get in. Nice draw there out of the land. So we could also play Baleful Beholder. I don't think we want to sack our 2/2 though. Battlecry trades with Myconid. Don't care for that. Myconid is so good. I guess I would trade Barbarian for Myconid. Although Barbarian does potentially give us Beholder. And then they still end up with... yeah, I don't think so. Because they're going to end up with another 1/1. We just get in with these two guys. And definitely happy to trade one for a 3/1. We will play the Battle Cry here. Lose the element of surprise, but I mean, we've got to spend our mana wisely. Getting one extra point of damage is not worth it. Holy moly. Whenever a dragon you control is dealt damage, deals that much damage to any target that isn't a dragon. That's gross. That's gross. Well, that's gross. I mean, we've got sewer plagues in our deck that deal with that well. We could haste out Beholder and swing for 6. They could block with the dragon and kill something of ours, or just take 6. They got a lot of ways to chump. We need to hit land drops here. I think my gut is telling me to haste up the Beholder, but then dispute, sack Warcaller, hit a land drop, maybe find a sewer plague or something. We're not really at the point where we're racing very well, so... And then hopefully we hit a land drop and get to play the Imp. Okay, well, there's a plague. That's good. I guess we just do that. And we'll say go. So it's 2/2, that's a 1/1, and then it's dead. They're going to kill our poor Battlecry Goblin. Okay. He did. I mean, they could have done that anyways. Alright. Are they going to get in for 2? That'd be pretty cool if they did. No. Okay, so that's a 1/1. We've got a Gobbo and an Imp. That's dead on their next turn. Could play Beholder here. But giving everything Menace next turn is going to be really good. So I think we're going to just do this. And do this. And then, you know, hopefully we don't have to spend this treasure. Because we still do have Lizelle in the deck. Okay, dragon down. And even if they're able to get this back to their hand somehow, it'll still be a 0/0. So this is a pretty nice little function of Sewer Plague right there. This is a bonkers card, though. Okay, opponent has got a Goot. They can fight Nefarious Imp. And we won't get the trigger. Boo-hoo. Oh, actually we do. It's leave, not die. Cool. Shambling Ghast. It's not really the board stage for Shambling Ghast. Land is fine, so go ahead and swing in with Beholder and Gobbo. This can specialize next turn. And make a 5/5 copy of Nefarious Imp. That's really good. That's really good. Or oh, I guess it dies at end of turn. Okay, that's better. All right, so we're not too worried about that. Yeah, I think it's just the 6/5 and the 3/1 that are coming in. Just thinking if I could attack with anything else there, but I want to give them an easy double block on this or this. So they take 9. Goot is going to become a 5/4. And we're going to take 4 damage double strike. And they're going to get a scry. Pretty good. So our Rabble Rouser can hit for 5. They have to block Beholder if we swing with everything, but still they've got too many speed bumps here. So we do get in with Beholder and we do get in with Rabble Rouser, but we don't get in with the other 2 creatures. I think that's the answer. I should have probably held that land, actually, because we can't use it here. I want to make them think we have a Trek. But in reality, they probably just... Okay, I was thinking they would just put the 1/1 in front of Beholder. I'm pretty cool with this trade, though. Because this opens up Hobgoblin Captain as an attacker on future turns. Okay, and they're going to put a 1/1 there. Yeah. Sounds good. Not the best trade in the world for us. They got a card already, and then they traded for a 6-drop. Oof. All right. Well, we need to hit something good here. That's good. That is a good card. Really wishing I had held that land. So we could get Battlecry Goblin back right away off that swamp. Yeah. I mean, I probably would have played this out anyways because I wanted to be able to pump this more. That being said, do we want to attack? If they block, we have to spend a bunch of mana to kill the owlbear. They probably will block because they're at 9. We could jam with everything. They'd take minimum 3 damage down to 6. That's pretty good. I think we just play Lozelle. Yeah. Drawing exactly Lozelle, if I'd thought of that, I would have held the swamp. Because this would have been insane. Well, we would have gotten in. We would have got to attack with the Gobbo, anyways. Okay, they got something on their side of things. Dragon's Fire. And we could have put them to maybe 4 this turn. But we would have sacrificed our captain or a rabble rouser in the process. That might have been the move as well. They're thinking about firing this Dragon's Fire off. It can't be any other card than that, right? Okay, they opted to not cast whatever they have in hand. Here's the battlefield, 4 damage to any target. Spell ability. It blinks. Alright. So they have I don't know what they have here. I guess. Oh yeah, definitely would like to take that action. Okay, so that's fizzled. But now if they have a band together, they can kill it. Okay, just a hobgoblin. So we're actually hoping we draw a swamp here. Sewer Plague is like a swamp. So this then becomes 3/5, 3/6 double strike. Gross. And we're gonna get back BCG and Kobold Warcaller. Give everything triple haste and +1. Yeah, okay, this is nasty. Okay, let's do this properly. Spend a black mana to do this. And haste. And attack all. It's got to be enough. Dragon's Fire on the captain. Okay, well, we want to make sure we trade with the owlbear. I'm not sure exactly. I don't think this is enough. 2, 5 is not quite enough. But we're still in really good shape. Reckless Barb. Cell Sword. Alright, well there. Okay, if we can just click this correctly. If we have a Hasty Iron Golem, that trades with Cell Sword. And then we just put the 1/1 in front of the 3/6. Yeah, okay, they're just gonna scoop. I don't know. I was just trying to figure out if we were supposed to Alpha Strike there or not. But our opponent decided that we were gonna win, so there you go. All right, we're back. We go first. Couple 2-drops and a combat trick. Good enough for me. Let's see what we can get away with here. Good card. Also good card. Try not to give away that we have Armor of Shadows. It's going to be hard to do, though. Leaving up a black and our game keeps pausing. Specializations. Probably don't want to do that right yet, but maybe they do. They're going to specialize. Okay, so they're going to make this green. When this leaves the battlefield, they get a 4/4. And it becomes... Does it have lifelink? No, it is a 4/4, and it makes a 4/4. Okay, well, I'm good to race this, I think, if they want to attack. Okay, they don't. Sewer Plague. Well, I mean, they could have the Griff card here. Either way, that's kind of like a 1-for-1. Oh, jeez, but then they have that, eh? That's nice. Yep. Okay. Our guy's dead. 2-for-1. They take 3. Now we're in trouble. I guess we should have considered playing around that. I was just thinking about the Hippogriff card, not that one. I think we do just have to plague this here. We're not going to be able to race it. But we're super far behind, so hopefully we can cast our own bomb rare here and do some work. Rasad. It's nice. Opponent's got a nice deck here. Every card's a banger. Every card's a banger. We're going to take the damage. Making this trade is not how we win the game. Okay, so if we draw a way to cast Lizelle, we'll want. We would like a black land or creature or spell or whatever to specialize with. So I think that means we can hold the swamp. Our best draw, I think, is 2 damage, improvise weaponry, 2 damage, make a treasure, kill this, get this back, be able to cast this. So if we did draw that next turn, having this would allow us to cast her right away, but we could just play it and do that. So I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to pass the turn back. Okay. So we're taking 7, minimum 7 next turn, this turn. We would block Rasad if they came in. Okay, so we're going to 9. Yikes. No weaponry for us, eh? Well, I did say we were going to lose a game with Lizelle in our hand where we couldn't cast. So here it is. So, obviously wish I could have that that mistake back in the second game. We'd still be playing, but that's okay. Yeah, we're just dead. And Albert has trample also, so we're very, very dead. Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, obviously, we should have won that second game if not for my little brain fart there. Still 5 wins, pretty good. Given the draft that we had, I thought we did a pretty good job of making the most of it. And obviously not a lot of good cards opened here. Playing some pretty stinky cards like the Barbarian. The Imps are not great, but they're pretty good. The Sellsword, the Iron Golem, Cess Provocation, Warriors, Baleful Beholder. A lot of sort of fillery cards in this deck. But I think we did make the most of it and got some pretty sweet wins on the back of Lizelle. So happy with the result. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. And do click like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. Like I said, it helps the channel so much. So hopefully this video will help you in the future if you're drafting and not seeing a lot of great cards. This is hopefully an example of sort of how to make chicken soup, as it were. Thanks so much, as always. We'll talk to you on the next one. Bye for now.